Hello everyone, I am Miss Sanjeevani Sadashiv Mule, working as Assistant Professor in Nanasri Institute of Engineering and Technologies, Satara. I am from Civil Engineering Department. This presentation is one of the part of our International Faculty Development Program on Environment and Sustainability. My subject is wastewater treatment, and here we will discuss about carbon footprint for wastewater. These are the some video details of week 1 video and week 2 video. Also here YouTube links are also provided. In week 1 video we will see that wastewater is harmful and which affects the people health if being disposed into the environment without any treatment processes. So effective management of wastewater is essential and it should be more sustainable and efficient. In week 2 video we will discuss about environmental standards in wastewater treatment is explained in this video, and also how wastewater can be treated by using common effluent treatment plant is also explained. For week 1 video, number of likes 42 and number of views 100, and for week 2 number of likes 24 and number of views 55. So after learning through video, students will be able to assess the environment and sustainability standards related to wastewater treatment. Students will categorize wastewater in view of environmental impact and understand the carbon footprint with action of individual, family, and also in an organization. These are the some ISO standards. First one, ISO 24516 2019 specifies the guidelines for technical aspects, tools, and good practices for the management of assist of wastewater treatment plants, surge treatment facilities, pumping station, etc. Second, ISO 22447 2019 specifies about industrial wastewater classification system and that provides wastewater classification framework and coding system along with water. Next, ISO 16075 2015 gives guidelines about treated wastewater use for irrigation projects. Next, ISO 5667 2011 gives guidelines on sampling of wastewater, and also these are the some which provide guidance about preservation and handlings of sludge and sediment sample, biological process, which also ISO 24521 2016 gives guidelines for the basic management of on-site domestic wastewater services. So here we will see about carbon footprint. So what is meant by carbon footprint? Carbon footprint is nothing but the amount of CO2 emissions which is associated with all the activities of person or either entity, for example building, corporation, country, etc. It also includes direct emissions such as those that result from fossil fuel combustion in manufacturing, heating, and transportation, as well as emissions required to produce the electricity associated with goods and services consumed. It also includes the emission of other greenhouse gases such as methane, nitrous oxide, or chlorofluorocarbons, etc. A prediction for the carbon footprint is done for upgrading wastewater treatment plant. For the current plant technology, it is found that 0.44 to 0.54 kg CO2 equivalent have been released per cubic meter of treated wastewater for 2010 to 2013 years, or 33.08 to 37.68 kg CO2 per PE and year. This is nothing but about carbon footprint. So, in this slide, reducing carbon footprint of wastewater treatment plant using advanced treatment and renewable energy sources. Here, the calculations were based on the operational data regarding power consumption, sludge, chemicals, and biogas production. In this case, for the upgraded plant taking into account design data and the credit for biogas usage, it is found that the GHG emissions will be reduced at 0.17 kg CO2 per meter 3 treated waste per meter cube treated wastewater, or 32.33 per year. Principal greenhouse gases and their global warming potential and main sources. So in these slides we will see about gas, their estimated global warming potential related to CO2, and what are the main sources. First of all, we will consider carbon dioxide. So here main source is fossil fuel combustion for power generation, transportation, domestic heating or cooking. Then methane, fermentation, decomposition of waste, oil and gas industry, coal mines, etc. Nitrous oxide main sources agriculture, fossil fuel combustion, industry. And sulfur hexafluoride, electrical insulation, medical applications and tracer gas. Emissions of greenhouse gases, that is nothing but GHGs, especially a carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels for energy, are causing climate change. So here ISO standards play a very important role in mitigating its effects. ISO 14064 to describes processes for quantifying, monitoring and reporting GHG emission reductions or removal enhancements at the project level. For example, in this we'll consider, in this respect, a project is defined as a discrete activity or endeavor. Some examples include an anaerobic digestion facility at a sewage treatment plant designed to capture methane and then use the methane to generate power in a gas engine. Now, sustainability of wastewater. To develop sustainable wastewater treatment, it is needed to view the wastewater treatment system in a broad sense, along with cost and treatment performance, energy aspects, recycling, and social issues, also important for evaluating sustainability. Sustainable treatment types, there are three types: lagoons, which is also called like wetlands, anaerobic digestions, and soil aquifer treatment. First one, we will see about anaerobic digestion. What is meant by anaerobic digestion? In this process, the anaerobic bacteria degrade the organic materials in the absence of oxygen and produce methane and carbon dioxide. And here methane can be reused as an alternative energy source, which is also called as biogas. Next, soil aquifer treatment means a geopurification system where partially treated sewage effluent artificially recharge the aquifers and which is withdrawn for future use, called as soil aquifer treatment. By recharging through unsaturated soil layers, here the effluent achieves additional purification before it is mixed with the natural groundwater. There are advantages of soil aquifer treatment. Cost is lower, also remove pathogen efficiently. Treated soil aquifer treatment, treated wastewater from a treatment plant, and some anaerobic digestion's advantages: no or very low energy demand, and applicable at small as well as large scale. This is one of the important advantage of anaerobic digestion. Thank you.